With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is Rants and Raves with Gary K.
Hey everyone, this is Gary K, and welcome to another edition of my Rants and Raves video cast. This time we're moving towards CEDIA and the new Commercial Integrator Expo, which are going to be at the beginning of September. So about a month away, and I've asked the Director of Product Marketing from NETGEAR, John Henkel, to join me. John, how are you?
Hi, Gary. I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. It's an interesting time of year. You know, it's normally slow in August, and now with the writer strike and the actor strike and all that kind of stuff, it's really slow in entertainment. But you know, we are all having to ramp up, get ready for CEDIA and NETGEAR. You know, there's about a couple of dozen companies that are at the show that have both high-end residential products and commercial products for integrators that are really kind of neat. And you're one of those companies, and you know, obviously you're going to go to the show showing both, I'm guessing.
Yeah, absolutely. When the question came up last year, they were walking around asking people, like, we'll be here anyway at CEDIA, so sure, have the commercial part as well. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, you're in booth 3547. Are you going to have a bigger booth than last year because of that, or what do you plan on doing?
I wouldn't say because of that, but in general, as NETGEAR's been ramping up our presence in the industry, yeah, we'll have a bigger booth. We have a 20 by 20 booth at this show, like we did Infocom, and it'll be very similar to that setup.
And do you see the products differently? Do you have the same line of products for high-end residential as commercial, or do you have any differences? I mean, I guess maybe access points might be different, and you obviously have all these consumer products too, that even though you're not sort of technically represented, you have, I mean, obviously your team has access to.
Yeah, it is pretty much the same across the board for our NETGEAR business division, which has the NETGEAR rAVes stuff, of course. But right. Like the new Pro router probably play more into the residential world than commercial. There'll be some commercial applications. And then for access points, we have companies like WallSmart who make an enclosure to stick that up in the ceiling and hide that access point that you could also use for commercial purposes too, but they're more of a residential company. So for us, it is pretty much the same product lines, the same focus.
And when you say the new professional switches, like the 4350 series is an example of the series that would be there on the show floor that would be used, you know, as an AV over IP product. Yep. That's really big in commercial, but obviously now moving to residential, especially as residential does stuff like bars and restaurants and other applications like that.
Yeah, I mean, the integrators are doing both now. The resi people are doing commercial installations here and there, light commercial, I guess. So yeah, our products are the same. In fact, our 4300 switches, the ones that have been out since 2016, they're still out there available. Those are the workhorses that have been doing this for both markets for a long time. So we've accentuated that presence by bringing on the smaller, more capable, they brought out the AV user interface, the 4250s brought out that first. So those are more for 1 gig applications. And then the 4350, like you said, we just introduced at Infocom, and those are powerhouses that really do up to 100 gig switches installation. So they're really good for both installations.
And tell me, you said you referenced a new professional router. Talk about that.
Yeah. So our new PR professional router, PR460X, the model number. So people have been asking us for years for a new router that isn't like a home style looking router. So we obviously NETGEAR's had those forever. And NETGEAR businesses had the Orbi Pro for a while too. Yeah, but they wanted a rack mount router. Actually. Yeah. I use Orbi in my house for normal stuff for my internet, but they wanted a more rack mounted router. So we came out with the PR460X, 1 RU, very narrow too. It looks like one of the 4250 enclosures actually. It's a narrow enclosure. Ports in the back if you want. You can reverse rack mount if you want as well. But real simple, but very well qualified. Dual WAN failover for internet protection. So if you want to make sure your internet's not going to go down, you got that double WAN selection there. Multi-gig, 2.5 gig ports. So it's really a powerhouse little router.
And what about I understand you're going to at the CEDIA show, you're going to show updates to the Engage AV controller.
Yep. So that really has been, I think, the amazing part of NETGEAR's AV's focus is that AV controller. Configure a switch or now multiple switches with a profile. And we have new profiles all the time. Yeah. So the Engage
and you're also building in I'm not sure they're APIs, but you're building in the communication into, like Shure as an example. I know that you've done that, and there's been others I've seen announcements on.
Yep, Shure, Crestron, AMX, Visionary Solutions as well have special sauce in there so we can detect their encoders, decoders, and we put a little logo, I think, on the ports as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new ones yet. So it really helps you identify right away, what the heck kind of system you have set up. So that more enhancements on that all the time. I forgot what Laurent's bringing to the show. You got to stop by the booth and see the latest enhancements. Or if you haven't seen it, we'll have demos, of course, at the show.
Yeah, and Visionary is a good example of a company that's just has dominated the residential side and is also doing commercial as well. So it's interesting that you mentioned them as one of the companies. What else are you going to show at CEDIA and the CI Expo?
Well, we're going to have some demos, live on demand, of course, as you want to walk up and do that. Laurent's going to do his probably hourly, I think, kind of class on designing a network for AV over IP. But if you want to sit down and really learn, we have 2 classes. Laurent's doing one like usual. We did an Infocom and CEDIA last year, I think. For an hour and a half, you can hear him talk about network design for AV over IP. And that's on Thursday, September 7th in room 707. And then after that, later on that same day, Doug Chung, he's our Director of Product Line Management for wireless products. He's going to talk about Wi-Fi 7, what's coming up with the newest Wi-Fi.
There's a Wi-Fi 7? I didn't even know there was. I just got used to 6.
Right. We have 6. We got 6E was coming out. That's kind of new 6 gigahertz band, but now there's Wi-Fi 7 coming. There's not many devices yet to take advantage of that, but it's coming. So you might as well see what's going to go on. Yeah.
And I'll put a link actually so that you can register for these classes. If you're watching this anywhere on social or on our website, look at the links below and that'll take you directly to register. And of course you'll be in booth 3547 at CEDIA and the Commercial Integrator Expo. Both of them are kind of co-located. And if, by the way, if you haven't signed up for the show, we have a code rAVe CE23. If you just type that in to register in the link below, then you can register for free and get on the show floor. John, will you be there?
Absolutely. I wouldn't miss it for sure.
Good. I'll be there as well. I'm excited to go to the show. It's a great venue. It's nice and convenient, and it's a different place to have a show, right? I mean, like we're very used to going to Vegas and Orlando and places like Dallas and others, but not Denver very often. So this is kind of cool. So
I don't think I've done a show. Did we do Denver last year? Now I forgot. So many shows. But
it was where was it last year? It was in Dallas last year. I can't remember where the heck it was. Yeah, and then I think it's Denver's. They've had CEDIA in Denver before some years ago, and it's nice because it's very walkable from the hotels, and it's a neat place. So I look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you. And of course, thanks for all that NETGEAR has done for our industry. You're the first network company that really has stepped up, and really still the only one that stepped up and really embraced the industry. And if it wasn't for what you've done on the 4200 and 4300 series, I don't think AV over IP would have grown as rapidly as it has, to be honest with you.
That's nice. We're happy with all the success as well and want to keep helping people. So we're happy to do it.
Yeah. And don't forget, they'll design systems for you. They have the Pro AV design services and the Pro Wi-Fi design services as well. So if you're not sure how to design a network system, they'll do it for you for free. So definitely check that out. And we'll see you at CEDIA and CI Expo. Thanks for joining us. All of our coverage of the show is at ravepubs.com.
With Rants and rAVes.